Liverpool won, Tottenham won. Has the quad dream been damaged? The title hopes have slightly slipped away from Liverpool tonight. And not the look, a point away at Anfield is excellent for Tottenham. They are still in the hunt of Arsenal, but they win tomorrow and they have a big advantage in the top four race. Of course, goals from Son and the brilliant Luis Diaz, who have got Liverpool back in the game, got them that point. Two, as it stands, put them back to being top of the table as it stands right now. But 1-1 on the night, a brilliant night for Man City, a very good night for Arsenal. I want your thoughts. I want your feelings. This is the Fan Highlights and Reaction Show. Make sure you're smashing the like button. Make sure you're subscribing to the Football Terrace. Let's get this.
Absolutely magnificent.
Liverpool drop massive points indeed in the title race, and you could sense the frustration, the I would say anger, but the angst in coming from Anfield. And there's no doubt about it. And it's really here. This Terry is crying. Listen, bro. Blue Moon, let me just say this now. One, you didn't turn up when City got knocked out the other night. Liverpool dropping points is beautiful. It's beautiful for me as a Man United fan. Them not doing the quad is perfection. My prediction of them winning the league not happening, I'm a very, very strong and very confident man. So that does not bother me in any way, in any shape, or in any form, my friend. Daniel Lawson here. Thank you for renewing your membership as a legend and super fan. Thank you very, very much indeed. But the big question, Liverpool fans, is that the title done in your opinion? Therefore, is that the quad over, or do you remain confident? Spurs fans, Arsenal now have an advantage. Arsenal are now a point in front of you with their game in hand. They can go 4 points clear tomorrow with a win over Leeds. Their home record is great. Leeds United always open and expansive. 4-point gap with 3 games to go. Of course, the North London derby could be the decider. Arsenal win tomorrow, win the North London derby. Top 4 is confirmed. It does mean we get what we always expected. The North London derby being a huge, huge game indeed. Arsenal drop points tomorrow. It can become even bigger. Winnerpool here says, fair play to Spurs. Defended well, but still we dream it's not over. And of course it isn't over, in my view, but I want to gauge your opinion. There is that 3-point gap. Liverpool still have a better goal difference. Tomorrow's result against Newcastle, I believe it's Newcastle that Man City play. What's really key about that is the score line. It isn't just the 3 points. If they put 4 or 5 goals past Newcastle and have an advantage on goal difference, that essentially becomes 4 points. It becomes 4 points in itself. You know, you'll need 4 points in reality, but you can't even draw level on points with them because the goal difference will act as an extra point. So in the remaining 3 games for Liverpool, you're going to have to smash teams and not make a single mistake. I know every single Scouser worthy salts will be tuning in at 4:30 tomorrow to watch the game. And of course, the live match reaction on the Football Terrace. Normally, a decent result feels like a crushing defeat. Title not completely over, but now we need City to lose. Tall order. Come on, Geordies. And that's it. Liverpool always needed City to make a mistake. But now that goes from being a draw to being a defeat. And if we look at Manchester City's fixtures, I haven't actually looked at these for a fair amount of time. We know they've got Newcastle, followed by West Ham, but Wolves away, West Ham away, and then Aston Villa at home. They can still drop points in this, there's no doubt, but it's nowhere near Liverpool's hands anymore. Mo Salah is a stat merchant. I did see Mo Salah getting a lot of stick tonight from people. I saw him getting a lot of stick. I saw a lot of negativity from Liverpool fans across socials come his way. We will talk with the panel tonight that's going to be made up of Colleen. We're going to have Ben on the panel. Patrick should be here. Alan should be here. Young Tommy should be on the show as well. So we'll be getting them out momentarily. But now is your time to shine for you to get your thoughts and feelings in. Dexter, here we go. One step closer to Liverpool ending the season with just the Carabao Cup. City better not bottle it tomorrow. Don't want to see Champions League hangover. Well, what today might do for Man City is give them that impetus. They would have wanted to have won anyway, but they know they can put some what I call clear blue water between themselves and Liverpool. A 3-point gap, hopefully a superior goal difference, meaning there needs to be a 4-point swing. 4-point swing with 3 games remaining. Are City going to drop 4 points in the last couple of games? Aaron here says, the way I see it, City had to slip up either way for us to win the league. It's a bit harder now, but we have to depend on a loss. And that's it. And look, listen, we've seen these things happen before. We have seen these things happen before. And I think Liverpool are going to need positivity from their fans. There's no doubt about it. Trent got bent over. Do you know what I would say about that? Look, I was disappointed with Trent's defending for the goal. Harry Kane, by the way, top class. But I didn't understand why Trent stepped away. You know, close him down. Don't allow him to make that pass as simplistically as he did. But they were dangerous all day on the counter-attack. Liverpool, of course, one of the best defensive units in the world. If Emerson Royale could cross a little bit better, I think they might have got themselves in a few more times. They could have, at the end, won the game as well. But tonight, you know, the standout performers are the defenders for Spurs. They got them. Even the goal was because of a block. It might have bent into the top corner anyway. Nobody really knows. But they got a block on everything. They defended resolutely. And I'm being honest with you, for a team of their overall quality versus Liverpool's overall quality, they did the best they could in those circumstances. If they tried to open up, Liverpool would have licked them from pillar to post. And I don't mean like a lolly. Lick where I'm from means slapped. Just in case you didn't know. It doesn't mean physically licking them. That'd be weird. Arsenal will bottle it tomorrow. Banter FC for life. I'm going to put this out there now. There's no way Arsenal lose at home to Leeds tomorrow. Not a catch chance in hell, in my opinion. At least it's not 1 point. At least it's not 1 point again. On to the finals is what Jack has got to say here. To be fair to Trent, he did defend okay for the majority. Listen, he did, and he did. But that moment, I just didn't get it. And maybe there's something I've missed. Maybe he was blocking. Maybe he was trying to cut off another runner. But I feel you stay with the man with the ball as opposed to blocking off the other runner. In my view, that's just my take. Maybe he was stepping back, waiting for the counter-attack to start. That's what Dom Hussein will probably say. Sorry, that's the weirdest excuse I've ever heard for bad defending. Banter FC for life are Spursy is what's being said there. Wolf here says, can great Eddie Howe's Newcastle open City tomorrow like a sardine box? We will see. We will see what happens tomorrow. Terry, what if Liverpool and City end on the same points and the same goal difference? They play both games 2-2. I believe, I haven't checked this for a while, it then goes on to goals. It's goal difference. I think if head-to-heads are equal, then I think it might be goals scored. Becomes the next level down. Maybe not, though. Goals scored at the moment would see Liverpool because they have 87 versus the 84 of Man City. But if that was, imagine that was equal, games were equal, maybe it'd have to be a playoff. Then it might, I don't know if it goes to goals scored, then goals conceded. I haven't looked for years. It used to be goal difference, head-to-heads, goals scored, goals conceded. And I don't think in the history of Premier League or top flight English football, it's ever gone beyond that. So if it was the goals conceded are almost the same as well, 23 and 21. It's crazy how close these two teams are this year. It's unbelievably exciting to kind of watch. Liverpool looks scared tonight. Very scared is what Blue Viper believes is the case. Does anybody else think that? Does anybody else think Liverpool looks scared? I felt like there was pressure on them. And not every... I didn't think Mane had a good game by his standards. I thought Mo Salah was poor, really, but again, by the standards that he has set. And he hasn't been the same since AFCON, really. And it's a shame. I thought by now he might have clicked back into gear. There was a few moments tonight where you needed world-class Mo Salah. And what I will say is this, if Liverpool don't win the Premier League, don't win the Champions League, and he doesn't start scoring, this back end of the season is probably what's going to cost him the Ballon d'Or, which many of us thought he was going to win. You know, the likes of KDB, the likes of Karim Benzema scoring now when it matters, it always sets you apart in those popularity awards. It always has and it always will. Terry, it would result in a playoff. Okay, there we go. How far down until it goes to a playoff? Is it goal difference and head-to-heads? How far down would it be a playoff? Imagine finishing it off with a playoff. That would be a madness, bruv. That would be... What a game that would be. I'd love to see it. I would love to see it. David here says, come on, City, harness the Champions League pain to win the league. Chelsea for the Cup too. Big up Terry and all. Listen, a lot of people think I want Liverpool to win everything, which is a very weird notion just because I praise them. I want nothing more than to see Liverpool walk away this season with just the League Cup. My team is diabolical in the mud, so shamelessly I'm going to celebrate a team's downfall, just as Liverpool did for 30 years when it comes to Man United. I remember a Liverpool fan walking on the pitch to shake Kenny Dalglish and the Blackburn players' hands when they beat us to a league title. So I'm not going to be. I'm not letting a single Scouser, if anything like that was to happen, take some weird moral high ground. Like, wow, we wouldn't do that. No, you would. You did. I saw you. Mentality monsters. My bumhole is what David has got to say here. Goal difference. Goal scored, head-to-head matches, looks extra game might happen. Yeah, I don't think it will go that far, if I'm being absolutely honest. But we will see. We will see. It's perfect for Terry. City don't win the Champions League and Liverpool don't win the Prem. Listen, it's not about me. It's not about me tonight. It's about you all. It's about you all. That's who it comes down to. No doubts about it whatsoever. It's all about you all, the viewers. Ben, Alan, Colleen coming soon. I'm not too sure where young Patty is. He definitely got the link. I don't know where young Tommy is either. I don't know if they're ready. I don't know what they're up to. 1 second here. I did feel for Patrick because Patrick's prediction was that they were going to win, and it was really close. They nearly did it. Please, no more. I don't know what that means. City fans coming out from their caves after their annual European beating. What a bunch of cowardly weirdos. I've never heard that before. I knew Jerome would be here soon. He says, we survived against the best team in the world, but it could be curtains on the league if City win tomorrow. Could be very difficult for Liverpool if they win. It's interesting because most Spurs fans probably didn't predict a win here. They probably felt a loss was on the cards. They're a point closer to Arsenal. Pressure on Arsenal now to deliver. Listen, I still think the top four race and the title are going to go down to that final day of the season, which I think we've all been looking for. It's been a while since we've had a final day of the season kind of decider on both. So it's going to be very, very good indeed. Johannes here says, please no more of this quad talk. Well, look, is the quad gone? That's the big question that we want to pose to people tonight. If you think it's gone, let us know. We want to know what you think and feel about that. A lot of people do. A comment here says, Origi should have come on with Liverpool spamming crosses, is what Anne says. I was surprised to not see him come on. He scored before. He scored against Tottenham a few times before. You needed a goal scorer. It just didn't happen tonight for Liverpool. But I suppose they'll look at it from the point of view as onwards and upwards, seeing if they can get themselves back. Look, they're still in this. They're still in this, Liverpool. There's no doubt. City bottle the Champions League. Liverpool bottle the league is what Eri Hart's got to say here. Terry from a Spurs fan. Who's getting top four, Arsenal or Spurs? Arsenal. I predicted Arsenal since the last international break. In that prediction, I did think United would be a little bit better. I thought Spurs would have fallen away a little bit earlier, but I still think Arsenal, they will beat Leeds tomorrow and have a 4-point gap with 3 games to go. And I cannot see there being a 5-point swing in that time. And goal difference wise, Spurs is better. So it would need to be they need 4 points. I just can't see it happening, but they do play each other. So maybe. That would only mean Spurs beating Arsenal and then Arsenal drawing 1 more game. But it means Spurs have to win their next 3 on the bounce. Woo, it's exciting. But I'm going to go with Arsenal personally. But the panel will probably give us their views and opinions on that too. Is Louis gone forever now? I don't know about Louis being gone forever. But he'll be back. They said they were going to do the quad clowns is what this Chelsea fan has got to say here. What else are we looking for? So here, such a great race. You're absolutely right. It is a great title race, and I think everybody should respect that. Right, I'm going to bring some of the panel out now. I'm not too sure where young Tommy and Patrick are, but Colleen, Ben, Alan, all coming on now to have their say. Make sure that your like buttons are smashed. Make sure you're subscribing to the Football Terrace. Let's do it. Ladies and the contrast in emotions from you all looking right now. I want to go to the kind of victor tonight. You look very happy, Alan, at your point away at Anfield.
To be fair, it's the same as the Tottenham, the first home game. I'm disappointed we didn't get all 3 results. It was obvious what we were going to do. We went there, we set up to defend, and it was working. And it was a deflected goal. The only problem is when you defend like that for so long, those kind of shots go in. Let's be honest, the most optimistic Spurs fan was probably going for a draw. I predicted a draw, but I said, likelihood is we'll go there and lose. So it's a positive. We threw away the top 4 when we lost those 2 games back to back after Arsenal threw away 3 games in a row. But we didn't lose. That North London derby now, it means everything. We have to beat Arsenal. And then if we beat Arsenal, we've got a hope for them to throw it away as well. So it's out of our hands. But I thought it was a solid performance by some of the players. I mean, Højbjerg, that last, the ball's been whipped in. You're alone. Just head the ball towards goal. And he's trying to give it to Kane. What an absolute plum. That is just stupid from a player in that position. Benson Core was sloppy, giving the ball away, getting caught in position. It was a decent performance. It was a rearguard performance, and we frustrated Liverpool. I'm just annoyed at that deflected shot, but it is what it is, and obviously it does no favours for either, because either team would have preferred a win in their race for top 4 or the title. So I think a draw is actually quite deflating for both teams. But obviously we are the happier fan base because people expected us to lose.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And Ben, from your point of view, I can visibly see the disappointment in you, of course, dropping those points and really handing that initiative to Man City.
Yeah, I mean, you've had me on enough, Terry, to know that I've never been bought into this quadruple talk. So, I'm not as disappointed as what some fans will be. I made a prediction a few days ago that I think both teams would win all their last remaining games, and obviously City can still do that. It wasn't in our hands before this game, and it's even less so in our hands now. The only annoying thing will be if City drop points tomorrow. That will be a really, really annoying thing to happen. But, I just want to say to all the Liverpool fans watching and some of the clowns I've seen on Twitter, I don't know what the people are saying in the comments, but I'm seeing people call out players, call out the manager, and just all sorts of nonsense to a team that's been almost perfect all season. And we're in the Champions League final, we're in the FA Cup final. Of course, the Premier League is what we all want. We want the Champions League as well, obviously, but we definitely want the Premier League, and it will come. It will come again in Klopp's tenure, 100%. There's no way that he signed that contract and it doesn't come. Could even come this season. Who knows? But I do feel like today was a significant game in that. I think we overlooked Tottenham, to be honest. A lot of us were very confident on spaces before the game. I don't think the players did. I feel like with the performance today, I just think they frustrated us a lot. And I think we looked a bit leggy as well. Especially second half when you're almost expecting us to push on after we scored the goal. But yeah, it is what it is. The best team, I always said, will win the league at the end. And if that's Man City, so be it.
Yeah, listen, I hear you on that. I'm going to go to Colin in a minute as a kind of semi-neutral to this. I want to really get the take of Arsenal fans on this as well. But from your point of view, Tom, I mean, you were starting to talk quad, winning the league. How disappointed do you feel right now?
Not as much as I thought I would be, to be honest. It's a disappointing result in the sense of I did think we would win all the remaining games of the season. But at the end of the day, I can accept a draw with Tottenham. This is a team that have done the double over our title rivals this season. They've taken 6 points off them. We've at least taken 2. And one of them was with Tyler Morton in midfield. So I'm not really too bothered. Tottenham are a good team. They came there today with a game plan. And I thought it was just on us that we didn't take some of our chances. We're still in this. It's still only a game in it. If Man City, all we need now, we've lost the chance of a City draw being enough. We now need a City loss, and that's a hell of a lot harder to come by. Than a City draw. But it's still in there for us, and I think it's probably the fact that we made the Champions League final that's made it a little bit easier to take. But the fact is, this is down to no one's at fault for today. No one was brilliant today. but no one was at fault because Tottenham were actually just very good at what they done. They came there with a game plan to sit back, put 5, 6, 7 men behind the ball, clear any cross he put in, and counter-attack, and it worked. Is it annoying that it worked? Yeah, because we've had to deal with that all season, and it's come undone with, 3 games to go? So it's a little bit annoying on that front, but at the end of the day, these not taking 6 points off City, so I'd rather drop points to them than anyone else. It still comes down to them stupid draws we had at the start of the season. Brentford 3-3, Brighton 2-2. They are the unforgivable ones. I can easily, if before this season you were to sit there and say you're going to draw with Tottenham twice, I go, yeah, fair enough. It's the fact that we've drawn 2-2 to Brighton after being 2-0 up and 3-3 with Brentford after being in front twice there. You know, they're the poor ones. City have shown they can drop points to a team like Tottenham, as they have done this season. Man City don't drop points to a Brentford or a Brighton like they have done, like we have done this season. It's always the draws with us, and that's what it's come down to this time. But the quad's not over. We just need a little bit more luck going our way this season.
I hear you on that. And look, Colleen, from your point of view, Spurs getting a point, still a point, but you've still got a fair advantage here in the top 4 race, right?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I went in expecting Tottenham to get nick a point. I said on the last 2 shows that I just fancy Tottenham, and then after seeing that first half against Villarreal with Liverpool, I thought Conte would be rubbing his hands, and I do think Tottenham were a little bit unlucky, to be honest with you, in the manner of how they did concede their goals to Liverpool, to be honest with you, and that's as much praise I'm going to give to Tottenham going forward. But it has been in our hands, and it still is in our hands. If we win tomorrow, it kind of makes the North London derby. It doesn't give as much pressure on Arsenal to have to go there and win it, because we can afford to drop points there. Not that you want to lose a derby, but it's in our hands essentially, even more than it was a few hours ago.
Yeah, I get that. I don't know what's happening at your microphone. Is it like something blowing wind in your room? You got a fan on or something?
No, let me turn it off and turn it back on.
Yeah, it's weird. I feel like wind keeps blowing into it. No, listen, I hear what you're saying there, and that's what Arsenal. If Arsenal win tomorrow, they can lose a North London derby and still make top 4. It's a huge result for them. Excuse me, and you'll probably find that City, they won't feel as you know, they win tomorrow, they have that advantage. It gives them a little bit of leeway depending on what the result is tomorrow. We're going to start taking some of your calls soon as well. The link's in the description below. But we want some questions from you that we want to pose to the panel. That makes these shows more fun, so get them in. This guy, Terry, the Prem is the best. Prem is best in the league. Anything can happen in this league. Arsenal bottle it tomorrow. Watch and enjoy it tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, I didn't say that it's over, did I? Not once. I don't really know why you're having a pop at me when I've literally said it's still on. It's hard to win 4 trophies, is what Ray says, which is why Ben has never really bought into this top 4 talk, really, in relation to that. Terry, those six City points dropped to Spurs must count for something. They have to. I mean, yeah, it's the reason that if they'd beaten them, they'd be clear in this title race. And from Spurs' point of view, if you'd have said to any Spurs fan at the start of the season, you'll do a double over City, I think most would have said absolutely no chance, especially with Nuno at the start. Shout out to Jan Tongan. Congrats on the draw. Oh, you did look a bit like Jan, yeah? Rival fans getting a little. I get where they're coming from. You're not as tall as him, though. You're about as tall as his left leg. You're about as tall as his left leg.
Terry. So hightest.
Is that a thing now? I heard someone saying earlier that if you want to lose, I saw a TikTok where someone said, if you want to lose weight, you're fat phobic. I couldn't believe it. I was like, nah, bruv, my heart's fat phobic. I don't want to have a heart attack at 40. Rival fans getting excited makes me laugh. Who is top of the league? Do you know what I'll say to this? Like, when you see things like that, Ben, do you think it's right? Mate. And United fans banter you today?
It's not even that. It's just the part where it says who is top of the league. Like, that's a good result today. You know what I mean? That's what made me react in that way. But don't listen to rival fans. The only team that can really give us anything is City at the end of the day. And even then, they lost in the Champions League. So, yeah, Chelsea fans, Arsenal fans, especially United fans. Sorry, Terry. You're actually not one of those, to be fair. But one of those ones that gives us crap non-stop. Like, you know, Johnny, he's already tweeting. I feel like replying to him. But I just thought, you know what? I'll just stay calm. They lost 4-0 to Brighton today. We could be in a worse situation. So, Champions League, FA Cup. If we don't win the champs, I'll have the conversation in May because then I think it will be disappointment. But
I get where you're coming from, but you know, this is the thing, and it sounds great. Liverpool and City have made 90-point title races normalised. You know, before Liverpool and City, 80 points was good enough to win a title some years. So, as much as this result today is a bit of a blow, I'm not too bothered about it. You know, it's annoying when you go, oh, I don't think City are going to drop any more points. And yet, they're probably not. But I didn't think we were going to drop any more points, and we have done. At the end of the day, this league is so mad. It's so crazy. And I wouldn't rule out Newcastle getting points tomorrow.
Tom, every time it seems like both of us get 90+ points. It just feels like we're the ones that can't get over the line whilst they can.
And it is because you know what? We can't. We have an issue with the start of seasons. It was what used to happen with United before Mourinho. They'd start seasons slow. Man City don't draw 3-3 with Brentford in September. They don't draw 2-2 with Brighton in November because they're on it. When City drop points, it's to either shocks like Crystal Palace, where they lose, they don't draw, they lose, and then go on 10-15 game winning runs, or it's the top 6 rivals. We need to figure out how to start our seasons properly, because that is where our issue rises. The 1 year where we didn't have an issue with starting the season was when we won the title. So at the end of the day, I probably should be more here because I was starting to believe in the quad. I'd started to believe in Wolves away. I've held on to Wolves away for months now. Connor Cody at the back post at Molineux. But I'd take a treble. I'd take a double. It's more than what I thought we'd get out of this season with how good Man City have been. So I'm probably being a little bit too positive, but I'm not too bothered about today.
I get that. What I will say about rival fans laughing, I will say this. I've got friends that are Liverpool fans. And when we lost the Champions League final in 2009, when you guys are doing what you're doing, in 2011 when we lost one and you guys were in the mud, you guys laughed at us. This is football. At the end of the day, if Man United are in League... I remember when City were literally in League One and they used to banter Man United for losing games. That's just football. Football fans have got to deal with it.
Showing your age there, Terry.
I am old. Would love the treble over just the Prem all to play. I mean, it's not that you can't do the treble without a Prem. You have to have the Prem within it for it to be the treble, my friend. I'm very sorry to say. You might do a treble, but you can't do the treble without a Prem. It's impossible. Quad talk, end of story. Only Diaz had, I don't know what that says.
Intensity. But really good.
We're joined now, by the way, by Patrick, who predicted a win. His prediction nearly came off. How are you feeling about that result, my friend?
Yeah, a bit. I feel okay because we got something out of the game, but I generally thought we'd win today. But I'm just a bit like, I'm more annoyed at all the people that, I don't know, disrespect Spurs. Like, they just think that we're just going to roll over. And since Conte's come in, we've been a good team. Do you know what I mean? I know we've had the odd hiccup, but even in our last 11 games now, that's what, seven wins, 2 draws and 1 defeat. That's good form. So, and that's with the players that we've got now. And we've got some bums in our team. We've got some really bad players in there, and Conte's getting the most out of them. We went to Anfield. Liverpool, for me, are the best team in the league, comfortably. They played well. We defended like stallions. We defended so well. And if
what have you given that Christian Romero bloke? Why does he block everything? Why does he head away everything? It's not right. I wouldn't even mind if it was, spread out across the back line. I was moaning that Ben Davies was able to size up Salah. But any time we're trying to feed it into the middle or put a cross in, there's some Argentinian bloke heading it away. Or some Argentinian bloke booting it away. It's not right.
You know what?
I'm so like, supposed to have good centre-backs that aren't Belgian.
People are seeing how good he is now. I think everyone has to admit that he is quality. Like he's fantastic. And he's slotted in. So the thing that gets me, if Emerson had a good game defensively, but if he was just half a decent player going forward, we could have scored a couple more, man. Højbjerg at the end had to pick out Harry Kane. How do you not get that header right? And Harry Kane hasn't happened.
He could have just headed to goal.
Right, guys, there was that counter-attack as well. I don't know, maybe 5 minutes after you'd scored. It was literally like
Yeah.
3 of your players, 2 of theirs, a simple cross. Son's in the middle. I can't remember who was out on the wide left. And twice Emerson Rouse
Emerson, yeah.
At that time, the cross was overhit so far that it went to no one. And the second time he crossed the ball and it went straight to the goalkeeper. Good crosser. Oh.
He's so. I mean, I don't want to get onto him too much because defensively he did really well. I was worried about him against Diaz, and to be fair, he pretty much shut Diaz up. Other than obviously when Diaz got the deflected goal, but he's not good enough, man. Højbjerg needs to be upgraded in the summer. Emerson Royal needs to be upgraded in the summer. Ben Davis was good defensively, but atrocious on the ball. He just gave the ball away so many times for no reason under zero pressure. But you know what? I'll take a point at Anfield all day long. Obviously, I'm disappointed. We needed to win, for the top 4 fight. But if you take a step back, it's a very good result because Liverpool played well today. It's not like they played crap. They were really good. They needed to win as well. So yeah, I'll take it all day long.
Ford played well.
Yeah, I did. I do honestly think you played well. I just think that we defended and just cut everything out. But you were on the front foot. You had a lot of the ball. You were quite decisive with your passing. You had a game plan. You were executing from both sides. Yeah, I think you did play well, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, I watched it. I didn't think either team was bad. It was one of those games where both were very good at different things, and there weren't much you could. I mean, I've seen people say, "Oh, you guys were spamming crosses." Well, Liverpool always put a lot of crosses into the box. That's not spamming. It's a technique, and often you find your man. It's just this time the defending was very, very good indeed. We're going to go to some calls, people. We know we shared the link a little bit earlier. A lot of people are asking where Dom Hussam is. He wasn't coming on before the game started. KJ sorts that all out. So he already said he couldn't make it today ahead of time, as far as I'm aware. So we're going to go to some of your calls. First on, Liverpool fan Terry Tibbs is here. What are you saying, mate?
Hello, mate. You're all right?
I'm very well.
Hello, the panel as well. Big up yourself. Thought Tottenham's game plan today was brilliant. They done what they did against City. He sat back, hit us on the counter, and I disagree with the Tottenham fans down there saying that we played well. I thought some of the decision making in the final third was awful. I thought better balls could have been played in. There was different options. We had a lot of chances. I mean, let's be frank about it. The only time Tottenham sort of ran up was probably once every 15 minutes. We absolutely pounded their area with balls in, but just couldn't finish our dinner. And I've spoke to you, Tez, previously. I've never really went on about the quad and shouted about the quad because I never thought it was a real thing. I didn't think that it could happen. Listen, I'm happy to be in a Champions League final and an FA Cup final and a Carabao Cup. You know, if we don't win the league, we don't win the league, but we've made a very good account of ourselves this year, and it's made other teams sit up and look at us, because I think we've went the furthest of any team in the history of football of winning a quad. I think it was the other day, there was an article out and it showed that Liverpool have come the closest to winning a quad out of any team in the history of football, and I'm proud of that. Do you know what I mean? I'm proud that we're in the Champions League final. But I'm devastated about drawing today, but it is what it is. We've got to rely on other results now. But props to Tottenham, man. He played the game plan. He did well, and we beat ourselves effectively in terms of the decision making. Again, yeah, I just thought he should have started Keita over personally.
Yeah, look, it's hindsight's obviously very. I kind of agree with Patrick. I think you did do quite well today. I did think you played well in certain areas. It was just that finishing touch, and the one player that I do think should have come off, and I'd love to gauge a Liverpool fan on this and Colleen's opinion. I thought Mohamed Salah should have come off. I thought he was very ineffective, and I know that he's a talisman and he's looked at as a match winner, but he hasn't really been winning you matches for what, 3 months? It's almost that point of take him off. You know, he isn't doing it.
Today, didn't he? You know, he was non-existent. You know, he was putting his head down and he was running at players, but he was just knocking the ball too far forward, and then a defender had cleared it, and then he was the same again and the same again. I think this fact issue with him at the minute's affecting him a lot more than what people think, because he's going into games and he's just not performing on the levels that we're so used to. Maybe he sort of, took the rod to his own back in terms of that, because we expect him to come into a game and light it up and and to be great. And when he's not great, you know, we pick at him. But that's the level that he set himself. But he's nowhere near the level he was a couple of months ago. And I totally agree with you. I thought he should have pulled him off. I thought he should have kept Robbo on, and I thought he should have took Salah off and put Jota on in his place, and moved Mane over to the right and put Jota through the middle. That's me.
For me, that name you just said there, I've been thinking for a while. I wouldn't have realised Mane was on the pitch. He was a ghost today. I can't recall anything he did in that game. I think Mane should have come off way before Salah. You know, so at least you noticed Salah was on the pitch. Mane was non-existent today. I think we nullified their front three, but even Luis Diaz created stuff and got the deflected goal, but Mane was missing.
No doubt.
My point that we didn't play well, and this is what I'm saying. There's no way that we played well in the final third today. We didn't. Okay, we were great, and we were good in parts in the middle of the park, and our passing was accurate, but in no way did I think we played as well as I know we can today. Salah and Mane off it.
Fair point. Terry Tibbs, thank you for coming on, mate, and having your say. Really appreciate it, bro. Top man. Thank you. Next on the show, we're going to go to Jerome, who's a Tottenham fan. What are you saying, mate?
Hey, how's it going, Terry?
Very good. What's on your mind?
Yeah, well, it was a decent game. We came in with a game plan just to frustrate the hell out of Liverpool. We managed to do it. Again, to me, every time we are the underdogs, what was expected of us. We got points against City, got points against Liverpool. But the only disappointment is we should have got points against all of those lower teams, the Brighton, Southampton, and all those other teams. We should have got points again, 3 points, and we shouldn't be talking about top four anymore. But now, look at us. We have to go and fight for a top four place against Arsenal. And I don't know. It's just really disappointing for me. We should have done better. But I have to disagree with Patrick. I don't see too much improvement in the team, because the thing is, for me, is like every time we are the underdogs, we pull something out. But we need to do better, man. We need to do better next season, because this is just not good enough.
Can I say there has to be an improvement? If you look at our last 11 games, we've won 7, won 2, or drawn 3, I think, and lost 1, whatever it is. That's an improvement, bro. We were way worse than this before Conte come in. There's definitely an improvement. Yeah, we might not get top 4, and that is disappointing considering where we were. But 100% there's an improvement. And if Conte stays and he's backed, we will be a serious team next year. Because you can see there's already the blocks in place. It's just whether what happens in the summer. But there is an improvement there. There has to be.
Yeah, we say that, but it's hard to see.
When we're going to get up against the good teams, the best teams, and we're getting results. We're getting something out of the game.
You're both crossing paths, because obviously Jerome's saying that we do well against the bigger teams, and when we are not expected to do stuff, we do well. But then when we play against the small teams and expect to do something, we fall apart. Obviously, you're saying the opposite. So you're crossing paths. You're both seeing it from the opposite side. There is improvement there compared to what we were under Nuno. I'm sorry, there is improvement there. Yeah. But unfortunately, we have a lot of rubbish surrounding the core that we're trying to build. So that's, again, agreeing with Patrick. In the summer is where it's crucial for us to build on.
What's interesting really is how Spurs fans are still looking at this from a fairly not negative point of view, but it's like we've got a lot of work to do, a lot of improvements to do. And I'm not having a pop here at Arsenal, Colin, but there are a lot of gooners that are like, you're only a point or so ahead of where this Spurs team are, but it's almost like sunshine and rainbows, and I can't believe how amazing we are. And I know that being 4th and being 5th, there's a big difference if you make Champions League, but I do feel like some of the celebrations from some gooners at the minute, it's almost like you do realize this isn't the end of Ozark. Like, football goes again next year, and having the standards high is going to be really important.
No, I've said on this show many times. For me, I've been saying since January, I want us in top 4, but the goal isn't just top 4 for this season and, to hell with the next. It's about consistently becoming a top 4 team. And that goes, I'm sure Tottenham had that same aspiration, the same with United, considering where we're all at now. It's about getting in the top 4 and staying in it. And of course, it's like nice to have that small win, because we are in the driving seat for it. And we've not been in the Champions League for 5 years now, which is too long for a club like Arsenal, in my opinion. And we finished 8th twice in a row. So I appreciate the small celebrations of it, but I'm with you. It's not the be all and end all. It should be the beginning, and the beginning of consistency. This is not the trophy.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. Listen, Jerome, always a pleasure to have you on, my friend. Thanks for all the support on the terrace. Top man. Thank you very much indeed. And by the way, Gooner's watching. I'm not saying don't be happy with top 4, but I just some of the things I've seen kind of tweeted out and said today about other sides. I have screenshot and I have saved for another day, but it's not over. Like football comes back again. It's kind of weird to me, that take. We're going to be getting Cam on soon. We're going to be getting Chike on soon as well. Rack will be on. But first, Zane is here. What you saying, mate?
Yo, how you guys doing? You guys good?
What's
I'm
up?
good.
Been
You're
better,
in the-
Zane. I've been better.
Yeah.
What you
well,
saying,
like,
brother?
I'm all right, bro. First of all, I want to cash in some receipts, bro. I need to cash in some receipts, bro. I remember 5-6 games into the season, well, Chelsea were flying, Bearman was sucking them off, bro. Liverpool was second. Man City were like 5 points off second and third or whatever, bro. And what did I say? We're gonna do well in the cups. We're a cup team this season, bro. And why are you not saying City are favourites? Did I not say City were favourites? So, boy, I'm cashing them in now because all you fools out there try and say I didn't know what I was talking about. Shut up, bro. Now.
So you're happy that you're right. You're happy you're right.
My man
Yeah?
was chatting facts, bro. And all you fools, what do you know? Shut up, bro.
We're still in the race, you know.
I'll be
We're
not
still in the
team.
race.
Three
Zane, you're
finals,
wrong. Zane,
three
Zane,
cups,
you're
three
wrong.
finals, bro.
You're
That's
wrong.
it, bro.
You're wrong. You're wrong, Zane.
This guy, man.
Zane, you're
Hold
wrong.
on.
Do you know why you're wrong, Zane? Firstly, you're wrong because you look happy that you've just potentially out of the title race.
No.
This is weird. This is so weird, honestly.
Hold on. You're trying to tell me how I feel.
Zane,
I'm not happy.
You look happy, is what I said. Let me finish my sentence. The also reason why you're wrong is when you said we're not in a title race, we're a cup team. You being in the title race means you're not just a cup team.
I said we were not going to win the title. City were favourites and they were going to win the title. That's what I said. And I said we're going to do well in the cup.
I'm sorry, Zane. I'm cutting in over you. That's a dumb thing to say. Do you want to know why it's a dumb thing to say?
It's facts, bro.
I'm going to make a... Bruv, do you want to know how good I am at predicting things? I'm going to predict something. If you stop breathing for 10 minutes, you'll be dead.
Facts, bro.
Stupid. You predicting City were going to win the league over Liverpool. You're not. That's not Nostradamus, bruv. You're not Mystic Meg. That's a basic prediction. That's a basic prediction.
Let me clarify that. Let me educate you a bit, bruv. Right? Let me educate you a bit.
Educate me then.
Since Klopp has been Liverpool, we have never got past the 4th round, I believe, in the FA Cup or 5th round, bruv.
Yes.
What do we go this season? Final, bruv.
You said this way before we got to the final, though. So
yeah, I said this back in the day before, and all your Liverpool fans were like, no, Klopp never does well in the FA Cup, or he targets the Premier League and the Champions League. He don't care about this cup. Again, facts. Who got that right? Me, bruv. And at the end of the day, like I said City were the favourites where people were sucking off Chelsea. Oh, yeah, they got a best squad. I said, at no point has Chelsea ever demonstrated to me they can go 10, 12 games undefeated, bro. And this Thomas Tuchel, I keep calling my City Tech Klopp, bro. What did he draw again, bro? It's embarrassing. He's bottling he's bottling 3rd place now, bro. And that's what I'm saying to you, man. I tell you, these fools are not all that, bro. City Tech Klopp, he's bottling 3rd place. I wouldn't be surprised if Tottenham and Arsenal caught him up, bro. But let's get on to the game because, like you said, again, you're trying to say that I'm happy about the game. I'm not happy, and I call people out. Salah, bro, you need to be subbed long time ago, bro. You got a few assists, but I got the same energy for Salah and I had for Mane, bro. What are you doing for me lately, bro? What are you doing, bro? You're getting tired and easy to get. It's so easy to defend you, bro. It's so obvious what you're going to do. Everyone's worked you out, bro. You need to relax and just take a break and let someone else, because I don't agree with people playing.
Let me ask you a question, Zane. Zane, can I ask you a question? You saying that he's very easy to play against and defend, he's been worked out. Would that be your way of saying that he isn't the best player in the world then?
I don't know where you come from now. I'm just saying at the moment.
Well, hang on.
Hang on. What? You're making up nonsense, bro.
No, I'm not making up nonsense. I'm asking you a question. Zane, I'm going to mute you while I speak. Let me ask you this question. If a player is easy to play against, they're predictable and everybody's worked them out, how can they be the best player in the world?
All right, cool. I'm unmuted now, right?
How can you be the best in the world based on what you've just said?
Okay, so just to clarify for you, man, because you're very stickler for particular words. Currently, since after AFCON, he's not been the same, bro. A1 can openly admit, yeah, he's had a few penalties, get some assists, but has he been as effective in front of goal as compared to Mane? And again, let's keep it real. Mane's now playing better because he's not playing the left, he's playing the centre because Diaz is coming, right? But like I said, Salah, boy, today he should have been subbed off because he's been quite ineffective past couple of games. And again, to be fair, we could have done better. Trent, I called out the other game. I said, I'm not impressed with Trent. I think his balls are dead ball FC at the moment. He's not doing it right. And today we saw that again. Facts. I'm calling out facts. You can look back at the video where you're like, no, Trent's all right. Today, how many times did the ball go out for a corner or get cleared off because it was just a basic ball? There were nothing to
game. That's one, bro. You're one of these weird football fans, right? And I like you, Zane.
Again, why are you getting so heated, bro? I'm saying facts, and you just feel like I'm offended you, bro. We're allowed to have opinions.
Zane. Do you realize that Messi and Ronaldo? Look, let's use attackers here because we're all very contemporary and easy. Messi and Ronaldo, would you say, have been the best two attacking players of the last 10 years?
They've been aliens, bro. They've been
fantastic. Yes. So yes, great. Very simple answers. Yes. They have also had games, individual games, where they've drawn blanks or not been good. Trent having a bad game today is not the proof that he's not as good as people have said that he is. What a weird thing to say.
Again, if you listen, because again, that's what I don't like. Look, people, I like to have different opinions. You talk a lot of shit sometimes, but I let you talk your shit.
I mean, I talk a lot of shit.
You have your right to your opinion, bro.
Of course I do.
I can see Trent past couple of games not being as effective with his assisting and his crossing. So
he's creating. Hang on a minute. It's not about not liking it. It's calling out nonsense. He literally was influential with his creativity, and the reason that you came back against Villarreal 4 fucking days ago. Muppet. I'm sorry, Zane. You're a Muppet watch tonight.
No, you're a Muppet because let's keep it real, right? You were all sucking off Thomas Tuchel doing videos on this guy. He's a technical masterclass.
He's brilliant.
What are you saying about your one man tactical masterclass now, bro? What are you saying? What are you saying about
Thomas Tuchel? Brilliant.
He's botting top. He's botting third place now, bro.
Hang on a minute. So he's won league titles. He's won league titles. He's won Champions League. You're saying he's rubbish. Hang on a minute. I'm asking you a question. So you're saying Thomas Tuchel, that's won league titles and a Champions League, is a bad manager?
What do you league title? PSG? What? Farmers did one team league. All right, yeah. What do you do at Dortmund, bruv?
Okay, but you do realize again. This is what
this is what I'm talking about.
Zane, we're trying to have a conversation here, but you're not answering questions. Do you know there's a lot of people out there that put down the Bundesliga by saying things like Bundesliga tax? They play down the quality of players from that league. We've all heard that right on socials. Bundesliga tax. It's not as good a league. So wherever you go, you'll find people that will play down the quality of leagues and stuff like this. But take away the league titles in, and I'll give you that one.
No, hold on. Before you carry on, Bundesliga tax. You mentioned that. I said, did he win the Bundesliga? No.
But I said no, but that's why I just said, if you let me finish speaking, let's take away league titles then. This man's won a Champions League and been in 2 Champions League finals. Do you think that makes him a bad... He's also got to every final of every cup competition that he's been in, barring with Chelsea, barring this Champions League. You think that makes him a bad manager because the team's gone through some turmoil during a time where they haven't even been able to have all their fans in the ground. They've been changing owners. They haven't been able to talk to new players. They haven't even been allowed to... He hasn't been allowed to sit down with Rudiger and try and convince him to stay at the football club because it's against the law. You telling me that doesn't count for anything in why they've had a bad run of form?
All right, I'll respond to that by saying... Pochettino, the amount of abuse that guy got, and he got to a Champions League final. So come on, bruv. There's levels to this.
But he did. But there's levels to it. There's levels to it. Tuchel fucking won it.
Because Pep balled it again, bruv.
God, listen, Zane, listen. Thanks for coming on, mate, and having your say. I really appreciate it, bro. And I'll speak to you soon. Top man. Thank you. Listen, I can have a conversation with people.
I've lost brain cells.
Yeah. I don't know where. Wow. I don't know where it went with that. I don't know where it went with that.
Hard to listen to.
Yeah, I turned off.
This guy's celebrating. And you could tell he was happy. Yeah, I was right. I knew we were a cup team. Weird to me. We're going to get some more calls in a minute. I've got some super chats first. First one says, Liverpool are allergic to winning the league. 1 league title since 1990 is insane. And I love it. 20 times there is levels to this baby. They've got 90 leagues. They've got, we will have. Terry, what type of person sits in the chat and types the PL is now a farmers league hundreds of times? No Guna celebrates here. work to do. Just really interesting about the league thing. I haven't done full research on this, but I was looking at how many different teams since the year 2000 have won the various leagues. So far, like out of all the top 4 leagues, the Premier League has the most variety in winners. Yet people say that we're a 2-horse race. It's crazy. It's not over yet. There is still a twist in this top 4 race. I'm kind of glad we aren't out in front right now, because it would be bottle if we get given much time in pole position. Last day we'll get it, man. Josh, hello Josh, thanks for the super chat, my guy. I didn't realize it was Josh until I got to the end. Chelsea living rent-free in this guy's head. He definitely dreams of C-Tech Klopp as well. Focus on your club's Spursy draw today is what Steelbread has got to say there. Zane just celebrating because his prediction that Liverpool a cup team was right. That's weird. Look at this. Romero over Varane. I actually want to see City bottle the league even more now after this result, considering they were initially 13th. I mean, if City don't win it from here, it's the bottle job of all bottle jobs, ain't it, boys and girls?
Yeah, it is. I mean, they've still got 2. Let's be honest. Going away to Wolves and going away to West Ham are still the 2 areas. They won't drop any points tomorrow. Them 2 away games is where they'll come unstuck, if at all. And I believe it will be the Wolves game over any, if so. But I mean, it just means, like Tom Little said earlier on, it means they've got to lose rather than draw now. So it's not over, but it's not ideal for Liverpool.
I think West Ham as well getting knocked out of Europe is quite big for that one, because they probably would have rotated for the game had they've gone through.
Also, they now need to win to be guaranteed of European football. So they're fine.
If Jared Bowen wants to move, then
Liverpool are looking at him. They are looking at him. According to a man like Fabulicious, he reckons it could be happening. Let's do some more calls. We are going to get a City fan on in a few minutes. Ryan's coming on. Rack will be on. I want to listen to Sharim will be on, but I want to speak to Cameron, of course, a Man United fan. I love getting neutral takes on football. Cam, what are you saying, mate?
Zane just did my head in, man. Let's talk football.
Bruv.
So, and how's everybody doing? You all right? Everybody good? Good.
All good.
First thing I'll say, Patrick, you should give Hussam the smoke, all the smoke. I still remember that stream a while ago where he called your players championship level.
Yeah.
Impressive display from championship level.
Right,
players.
from a Liverpool fan here, I'm gonna say on Hussam, take what he says with a pinch of salt.
I love Hussam, I do, but I just want to remind everybody how terrible that take was and disrespectful it was. I think Tottenham's going to finish top 4 after this result. That's my opinion. Sorry, my bad.
Sorry, mate.
The team's young, and I think you're going to slip up at St. James Park. When I look for it, I think that's where the slip's going to happen. Newcastle's been playing a lot better. I think Conte's the great equalizer. I don't think he's going to let Tottenham slip from this point on. Today was a good example. You should have won it. In my opinion, you should have won that game. There was multiple. I could not believe it was in the 90th minute when you were basically playing pass back and forth. You're just 1-2-1-2 in the box, and I'm like, somebody take a shot. Just test the keeper. I don't think Liverpool played bad today. That's another thing. That's why today for me the Tottenham display was so impressive, because I don't think Liverpool played bad. I don't think they played amazing, but I don't think they played bad. And in the past, Liverpool would have finished that game off early. So Tottenham for me is going to finish top 4. That's just my prediction. Take it with a grain of salt if you want, Colleen, but that's where I'm at. I'm heavily relieved, I won't lie, that Liverpool drew today, because I do think now City is going to finish it off. City doesn't typically slip up at this point. So I think that was that seeing how regular Liverpool fans are acting and realizing that, yes, this was a big issue. So yeah, I mean that's just my take on the game and what happened.
Regular City fans are acting, barring one, Zane. Zane's literally, I was right.
Yeah, Liverpool fans they're devastated, as they should be, because I do believe we've seen it before when Pep's in this position in the league. He's looking at that result and saying, "Cool, this is ours now." They're not going to drop any more points. I don't think. I think both teams were going to have to go undefeated for Liverpool to have had a chance. That was my opinion coming into this.
Yeah, I hear you on that, Cam. Great call, mate. Thanks for coming on, bro. And we'll chat again soon, my guy. Top man. It's funny having
Terry.
Cam.
Just before you move on, just need to make you aware of something. In the private chat, there's a guy called Joe. Don't get him on because you might want to check the private chat, bro.
Oh, is he been right spamming stuff? Oh, go F yourself, you bald-headed transplantation is what you might trying to say. Joe is backstage. Listen, bro. I'm so sorry that you caught me with your mum a few weeks ago. I'm very sorry, bro. Do you know what I mean? I'm very sorry, my G. Do you know what I mean?
I need to check these private chats. I've not looked at it.
With your dad filming. Do you know what I mean? Ain't my fault your dad's a cuck, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? One of them ones, my G. You take care, my friend, and we'll chat again soon. Top man. These guys do have parent problems. We're getting the Mancunian way on next. Big Man City fan. Gonna be becoming part of the Football Terrace family very, very soon. How you doing, mate?
Evening. Yeah, I was going to say I'm quite happy, Terra, at the moment. No, it's it isn't over. It isn't over. Listen, as a fan of nearly 40 years, Sponsor, this is the 2 home games I've no worries about. Newcastle, Villa, I think we'll be fine. It's the 2 away ones. West Ham and Wolves, the 2 Ws. We could easily lose one of them. And Liverpool are right back into it. This season is too crazy. You're talking the 2 best teams probably in Europe right now, going head to head. Made the Premier League, not Farmers League, but you got both teams hitting 90 points now on a regular basis. It just isn't over. So for any City fans out there getting giddy, yeah, it's all banter. I get it. We got it on Wednesday night. Hey, I get that. I get that on my own channel. Don't worry about it.
You've got a bit of dicey going on there, my friend. You got a bit of dicey there.
Hey, I wish I had his money.
Do you know what I'd say, mate? You're right about this, though, because do you know what we saw today with Wolves? We saw it a little bit with Brighton today as well. Forget Man United because we're a bunch of clowns. Teams in the middle of the table that they're safe and got nothing to play for. There is a freedom. It doesn't matter if Wolves get beat. It doesn't matter if West Ham now, I know they're going to try and secure their place in the Europa, but I think they can play with an air of freedom, which is always, and of course, Liverpool have got to play teams in that position. So have Arsenal, so have Tottenham. But there's going to be another shock result or two. And I've watched football too long to sit here now and go, that's it. There's going to be no more twists. And sometimes you get a double twist. You might see City drop some points and then Liverpool go and do exactly the same thing. We've seen that loads. But yeah, I wouldn't say that it's over now. Boring results, nothing else changing. It's going to be amazing. Would you predict, though, from here, do you feel confident that you will win it in front of Liverpool? How confident are you, mate?
About 60 to 70%. I'm still not there. I just told you, Terry, 40 years of this club. I don't believe we never do it simple.
You're a liar, mate. You look about 20. You're a liar. You look about 28, mate. You're bullshitting me now.
Hey, I'll take that. No,
you say you never do it simple. Most of the times you win it by 20 points.
Yeah. What we do, I bloody wish we did. Trust me.
I hear you, mate. It's mate, absolutely brilliant to speak to you on here, mate. We'll definitely start getting you on. But we need more City fans on the Football Terrace. So great to have you on, my friend. And we'll chat again soon. Cheers, bro. Take care, my friend. We've got him and Vitor. We've got Chike. Look, building up the City fans. It's just taking time to find them, you see. They're few and far between.
Yeah,
sorry, mate.
So I was going to say Daps and Yan as well. They're TFT family, aren't they? So
yes, absolutely. In fairness, like KJ handles who comes on shows now. I'm so glad I've delegated that because my life was hell trying to do it. Like legitimately, like I used to get my knickers in a twist. I'm telling you now, there is going to be a playoff, is what Mario believes.
What's the goal difference thing at the moment? I need to check
nothing. It's like +2.
1 goal.
Oh wow!
+1 to Liverpool.
It's cold.
Ours was miles ahead as well at one point.
David's on the show with us now. What are you saying, David?
Yo,
Spurs, you didn't do enough for me. I wanted you to win so badly. That's because I'm a Chelsea fan. Honestly, like I don't think people understand. I hate Liverpool. On Wednesday,
more than Spurs.
Easily.
Wow.
Easily. On Wednesday, everyone said like, "Oh, David hates Liverpool," and you can tell. Yes, because I hate them so much. And if they had done the quad, I would have been. You wouldn't have seen me again. But hopefully, they've done enough now to secure Man City, my oil cousins. Because if Chelsea don't win the league, I like City winning the league because I don't hear about it. And
you're shameless.
Liverpool won this league, oh my! I remember when they won it the first time for 30 years. Man, them saying back on their perch and this, that, and the other. Oh, shut up. Mentality monsters. Where was that mentality today? Your mentality got you a freaking deflection goal. But where was the second? Nowhere. It was nowhere to be seen.
Let's see if you're this happy this time next week, mate. That's all.
They bottled it. Spurs bottled it again, you know. Oh no, I expect if you
don't say that. Don't tell me we go to.
You bottled it. I'm sorry. I know it sounds harsh, but you guys should have won that game. If
we should have with the chance at the end. Yeah, we should have.
David, what did you do against Wolves today then?
Oh, we were no. Don't talk about my team.
Okay.
Don't talk about my team. Don't talk about my team. My team's bad.
Right.
If you saw me
You're
earlier
shameless.
today,
You've got no shame, David.
I've got no shame.
You are shameless.
As long as Liverpool do not do this quadruple, do you know how mad it is? I've got girls who don't even watch football, whose dads are Liverpool fans, coming up to me being like, "Oh yeah, you know Liverpool are going to do the quad." Like they know what's going on. Nah, it had to end. It had to end. I couldn't deal with it.
I have to be honest, right? It's crazy. I that bit of what David said, I get. Like Liverpool doing the quad. I actually think it's bad for all fans of all the clubs that ever want to that are competing now or want to compete in future. In the same way that when I was younger, the treble thing was just painful because when you get into those and football fans always try and play this down online. Stop talking about history. Stop talking about history is important because when you're sitting there having your football debates, history comes up. What you've won comes up. Great achievements come up. If Liverpool have that quad, it is the trump card of all trump cards of all trump cards. In 100 years' time, little robot children, little Android children are going to be able to pull that out. I don't know how the world's going to be in 100 years. If you go back 100 years ago and said you'd have a smartphone, you'd have probably been locked up. Do you get what I'm saying, right? Hoverboards and shit. But I'm just saying, in 100 years' time, they're still going to have that bragging right, and I need it to go. I'm sorry to sound salty. I need it gone.
As a Chelsea fan, the only thing I have is recency bias. That's the only thing I've got. So if they had done the quad, I literally couldn't chat to these man. Half the time when I talk about Liverpool, I just say when I was a kid, I didn't know they existed.
You're a Chelsea fan. Chelsea can barely chat to Liverpool now on a historical basis.
But I always go like, let's not talk about history. Let's talk about right now. Right now, you guys like if we take 20 years, if that's the history, we're like levels above them, man. So it's good. It's good. As long as they don't win this, like especially if it's the league. It's the league. I feel like if they win the Champions League, it'll be bad, but it'll be bearable.
You can tell that David's a Tory, can't you? If we restrict England's league, England for 20 years, we're a nice country. Do you know what I mean?
Let's see if he's just happy this time next week. That's all I'll say.
You know what? If you beat us again, I'll come on here in depression. I will. I fully will. But God forbid we win that FA Cup. Because I don't even like. I'm not like Terry, where I think like I don't rate the FA Cup like as highly as Terry does. But if we beat Liverpool in that final. The FA Cup is going to become the equivalent of the Champions League by next week. I
hear you on that, David. David, appreciate you coming on, mate, and having your say. We'll chat again soon, bro. Top man. Thank you. In fairness, Britain's history since the year 2000 still isn't very good, to be honest with you. When I actually think about it, I'm like, we've still been pretty shit. Lots of bad things. Iraq, Afghanistan, Windrush. And much, much more. Do you know what I mean? But there we go. Let's do some super chats here before some more calls. Why are you scolding Salah? He tormented Spurs with his runs off the ball. He didn't always get the delivery into spaces he wanted. Klopp at fault today. He should have taken Mane off for Origi. What are you saying about that, Ben?
People support Salah more than the club. That's all I can take from that. You see all the time these Salah fanboys just admit when he's crap. Like his decision making was shocking today. His passing was rubbish. He didn't even have any chances. I didn't see what he made runs off the ball, but what do you want us to do? Start applauding that? I don't know. Like he was crap. Just admit it. Like, there's no sugarcoating it.
Yeah, he wasn't very good at all today. I hear you on that. No. Top man for the super chat. Rival fans cannot be bantering right now. Liverpool could still do the quadruple. The team is already in 2 major finals, whilst the so-called top 6, barring City, are playing for nothing. Yeah, listen, the banter will remain. Listen, I'm not being funny. You're never going to get rid of fans not doing banter, bruv. Like it's as simple as that. It is how it is. I remember being in a pub when the Invincibles, they weren't the Invincibles then, but they got knocked out. I swear it was Chelsea that knocked them out of Champions League. everybody in this pub. It was full of, obviously, there were Spurs fans in there. There was a lot of United fans, West Ham fans. They are kind of, and there was a few others, people that didn't even support Premier League clubs, all celebrating when Arsenal got knocked out. And it's like, why? I remember my dad asking, why are you celebrating? They went, oh, I can't have a team going invincible and winning the Champions League. It's just how football fans have always been. Next on the show, there's so many people to pick. We're going to go to Sarim, Liverpool fan. What are you saying, mate?
Heartbroken, brother. That's about it, really, man. Yeah, the quad's over. I don't think we're gonna come back from this. Yeah. Enjoy it, bro. Enjoy it. It'll probably be next week and you'll be in tears again. Yeah, I don't think City are gonna drop points from there, man. Like, we've given them a chance now. They'll smell blood and they'll just finish Newcastle up, and I think that's the end of that one for me.
Yeah, I mean, quad could be gone, mate. But listen, West, a mistake for tomorrow from Man City, and it is well and truly back on. You're still on course for a great season. You could also get yourselves to a point where you're on 7 goddamn Champions Leagues by the end of the campaign. So, Rim, appreciate the call, though, my friend. Really do. And we'll speak again soon, brother. Thank you very, very much indeed. Rack on the show next. What you saying, bro?
Oh, hello, mate. Sorry, I was just coming out of my
hang on. Don't whatever you're about to do, don't do it, mate. It isn't that bad. Where are you? You look. Where are you? Oh,
it's frozen.
Call us back when the signal's better, my guy. Next on the show, we're gonna go to long time no speak. Dwayne, how you doing, bro?
Hey, how are you doing, Terry? How are you doing, panel? You know what?
I'm very good. What do you want to say?
I just want to firstly congratulate Spurs because I feel that they came with a game plan and they stuck to it, and you know what? They nicked a point. But reading the chat and so on, and you see that some guys are writing off Liverpool completely. Let me tell you something. There's more twist in this tale. And I got a feeling, a very strong feeling, that Newcastle could take a point from City. And the reason I'm saying that is because when we played Newcastle, it wasn't such a straightforward game. And I know City has the quality to practically win everything. But if there's one thing that we know regarding the Premier League and why it's leagues above the rest, and we believe that it's so-called the creme de la creme of titles to win, is because it's unpredictable. Straightforward as that. And I just believe, you know what? I'm not on the quad talk and so on. We're in for 3 trophies. We were never in for the Premier League. We fought back like a 13-point swing, and you know what? It's still there. But you know what? Due plaudits to Spurs. They came into the game plan. They got a top manager, and he got a point. But I still believe that this Liverpool team can still do great things. And the testament of that is Klopp signing his contract. And he would not have done that if he didn't believe in this team as well.
Yeah. Listen, great words there, Dwayne. Nice to hear from you again, my friend. Again, thank you for all the support. I can't speak. The support you give the Football Terrace. It means a great deal to us, my brother.
Yeah, I should be honest, I am gutted that we only got a point. But in all fairness, I just believe, and taking words from Grizz, he says, we should all believe until we can't no more. And we are on for great things. There's many twists to go. If you saw the results that happened today with regards to Wolves and I can't remember the other team, but the teams that City still got to play, I still believe that there's a twist in the tail. Liverpool had been going on a crazy run of win after win after win, and so did City as well. But if this tells you anything, it tells you that the league is crazily unpredictable. And on the day, if you get a team that sets out well, they can't even take a point from the big boys. So that doesn't mean it's the end for Liverpool.
I hear you
City,
completely.
you know?
I hear you completely, my guy. Thank you for coming on, mate, and having your say. We'll speak again soon. Take care, bro.
Thanks, Terry. Keep
Cheers,
well.
mate.
Rest
Thank
of you guys as well.
Will
Cheers.
Do. Thank you. I want to ask you guys a question. Can you imagine if Liverpool don't win anything else now. They lose the FA Cup final, they lose the Champions League final, and obviously they don't win the league. It's crazy how it can go from quad talk to nothing. How much do you see them winning?
I was actually about to say after that guy, I was about to say, yeah, there's another twist in the tail. You guys should leave one trophy. I think it's very possible. And I know I'm going to get a lot of shit for that, but it's very possible. I don't think the lead's happening. Obviously, there's still a couple of games left, but in my opinion, it's all done and dusted. I think their most realistic chance of I think they're going to get 2 trophies. It'll be the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup.
Yeah, I don't see them winning the Champions League. I can't lie. This Real Madrid team are so good. And if you look at who they've knocked out, it's PSG, it's Man City, and it's Chelsea, right? Like Real Madrid just know they have that nous and that know-how. I think Real Madrid beat them in the final. And they are good, Alan. I don't know why you're looking at that.
No, hold on. So let's look at the Real Madrid thing. Don't get me wrong, they've got the results and got to where they are, but they were but like for most of the game against PSG, both legs, they were second best. Same with, Chelsea's mistakes cost them. They really should have been way outside of the Bernabeu, but Madrid hung in there and got the result. Like they got the late goals, and then Man City did control most of that tie as well. I think Liverpool. Wait. I think Liverpool are too relentless in one-off game, and I don't think Real Madrid will be able to withstand the pressure from Liverpool. And I think they will win the Champions League. I think they'll win the FA Cup. Now I don't believe they'll win the league. I can't see. I mean, it's 3 points in it. I mean, I don't see it now. I think everyone was expecting to beat us, and then it's still obviously with that one game. I think maybe the league's too far away now. I think they'll win 3.
There we go. We're going to try and speak to Rack again now. Rack, you all right, mate?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. I mean, your neck of the woods down in Leytonstone at a mate's barbecue, so I just thought I'd pop out and have a little say on the game.
Yeah, what's your thoughts after that, mate?
Yeah,
title race over, in your opinion?
It's not over until no what's going on.
It seems like he's gone again. That's definitely not my end of things. We've got Ram and Daniel to come, but Chike's here. What are you saying, Chike?
Hello, everyone. That was a crazy game of football, and Spurs should have won it, I believe. There was one chance where Højbjerg hit the post, and then there was one that was really close at the end with the header, which had he headed it towards the goal line, they would have won it there. So the Spurs could have actually won this by 3-1, in my opinion. But that was a great game of football.
How confident are you now, as a City fan, of staying the course and winning the league title from this point?
I'm going to put my chest on the line. I'm very confident.
Expand.
I'm 100% confident, because if we win tomorrow, we'll have a cushion, and when you have a cushion, even if you have one bad game, it'll still end up if the other team capitalizes, if our goal difference is right, we can still have a goal difference to rely on. So I'm very confident. I really am. Because I think we'll do. Because I said it. I think we'll do the league. I've said this. I've said this a couple of times. I think we'll do the league. Liverpool will do the Champions League, and Chelsea will do the cup.
Yeah, listen, maybe it will. I know you back your chest, because the other day when you were behind the scenes, you were sitting there with your top off, and I see all your nipples. You be mindful of that. We can see you when you're backstage.
It's very hot. It's very hot in my apartment. So
I don't need to see your nipples though. But no, I'm joking. I'm joking. TK, thanks for your support of the channel, mate.
You're very welcome. Also, wait. Was one more thing I want to say.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on Paul Pogba joining City?
See you later, mate. Take care. And we'll chat again soon. Thank you. We don't talk about snakes on the terrace. We don't do snakes here. We're going to get Daniel and Ram out in a minute. First of all, Chris is here. Chris, how you doing, mate? Ready to go. So Ram and Daniel here. How you doing, gents?
Bro, why do you have to get me on with this guy?
Which one?
Who else? Daniel.
Oh wow.
Right, man, I didn't look so well, bro. Like, chill.
That's a little bit offensive.
No.
What's your beef, bro? What's your beef with Daniel?
I know Daniel's gonna be saying some wild
I
stuff.
pulled this girl. That's why, Terry. Let's just throw it out there. I'm sorry.
You're
got his
hilarious,
girl.
bro.
He
You're
took his
hilarious.
girl.
You're
He took
hilarious.
his girl.
You're hilarious.
I would never let that happen. I'd hunt motherfucker down. Anyway, Ram. Other than your girlfriend being stolen, how you feeling, mate? Is the title race over in your opinion, brother?
Firstly, before I forget, I need to give credit to Tottenham Hotspur. I did say prior to this game is gonna be a tough game. The way Antonio Conte plays, he's actually got, I think, a very good record. He hasn't lost against us since 2017. That was his first game against us as well. So he's got a good record against us. And secondly, on the title race, there's a part of me that's like, it's still possible. It's still possible, but the realistic side of me is like, it's only gonna be 2001 settings.
Do you know what's really funny about you saying it's still possible? Daniel, you're a good footballer. Like, I don't know how old you are, actually, like mid-20s. I remember my brother was a very good footballer. I remember still at like 27, 28, 29, he'd be doing his laces up on Sunday League thinking, I still might get spotted. Like, you know what I mean? You get those players that are getting into the late 20s, they're good footballers. They still think they've got a chance of making it as a pro. That's how you sound,
Terry,
man. It's like we've got
Terry, this club. I've seen so many stupid things with
Hang
this
on a minute.
club.
You've seen your club won one league title in your whole lifetime. What are you talking about?
I've seen great comebacks as well. I've seen great comebacks as well.
Come on, bro.
Comebacks as
no,
well.
You're joking. You sound very defeated, Ram. You sound very sad. That's why you haven't turned the camera on, isn't it?
No, I'm not. I'm actually not feeling.
Ram
That's
didn't
why I
even
don't have
come
my
on
camera
with his
on.
camera. Like, it's not the same.
Bro,
It's just not the same.
it's not a good sight. I'm really not well. I'm really not well.
Well, as long as you're not sitting on the toilet, it don't matter. Come on.
Nah, that's I just don't feel well today. That's all.
Well, you got the two bob bits. Have you got the two bob bits? You got the two bob bits?
Huh?
Have you got the two bob bits?
He doesn't know what that is.
No.
Well,
we don't know. I just have a cold.
Oh, okay. Because last time we spoke, we asked Ram if he knew something was. He thought that this was a dance. Well, a dance like this.
Look, I like to live my life in ignorance. It's all good.
Yeah, ignorance is bliss, bro. They say ignorance is bliss. So no, I get that. Daniel, what you saying, bro? Liverpool title race over?
3 very quick points to make, and then if anyone wants to ask me questions after that, you can do that. The first point is, Patrick, you should be dragging every Tom, Dick, and Harry that was trying to get onto you, because even though I question Tottenham's ability to beat Liverpool, they were disrespecting you, because I think Tottenham's form has been disrespected. I kind of fell into that camp a little bit, because I was saying, obviously, Conte is a world-class manager, but I feel like a manager still needs good players to work with. Like, Conte is really doing a little bit of what Tuchel did last year, and Tottenham do get top 4. He's literally squeezing every last bit of juice out of average players. That, like, I'm not even trying to disrespect Tottenham. Apart from Romero, Lloris, obviously Kane, Son. Apart Kulusevski, again, he will evaporate, because this form is just not sustainable. However, he's getting everything out of these guys, and I think he deserves a lot of credit for the way he's adapted to English football so quickly. So I can't disrespect that. So Patrick in particular, because I was on that stream. I think where Hussam was getting onto you, and
Well, yeah. I'll let you land, and then I'll say my bits. But so far you're cooking, so carry on.
Yeah. So the second point.
Oh my god.
Second point is Liverpool. It's not done, man. If it was 4 points.
Yeah. Do you know what? Go for it. If you go for it, then I'll.
How rude of you! How rude of you!
I like Khalil. I like Arsenal fan. Perfect, as good as they come, man. Do you know what I mean? I have nothing against Arsenal, but Liverpool, in terms of the question you asked, they're still in it. If it was 4 points, I would say it was done. But 3 points with that goal difference very identical, is still up for grabs. 1000%. Like 3 points is literally one game, and obviously, you're praying for a Man City slip up, but you can still end on the same points as Man City. So with the goal differences intact, I actually back Liverpool to score more goals from now to the end of the season than Man City. So we'll see what happens from there. Then the third point is, and it's kind of a double-edged sword, so it depends on what you want to take from it. In terms of Chelsea, on one side, I think we're going through torrid bit of form.
we're not good right now. A lot's going on. Obviously, behind the scenes, you can talk about everything that's going on. And obviously, I heard the things that you were saying. And I'm glad that you said it. Obviously, circumstances. At least you said it. It wasn't me who said it. And there's loads of things going on, so it's making it tough. And I think people aren't given enough credit for the fact that in turmoil, Tuchel was getting the tune out of a lot of the players. Now that we're struggling to get a tune out of the players with the lack of stability that we have, we're not getting that same bit of credit. So it's a bit tough when you are one of the best teams in England. It's like
not only with
that's going to happen.
Not only with the club, but also his personal life as well.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
So you have to cut him some slack in it, but it's
yeah,
still with fair play to him.
I wasn't even talking about his personal life. I'm just literally talking about the off the field issues for Chelsea alone are enough for it to be such a big thing. But at the end of the day, we're just not good right now, so we need to like fix up a little bit because we need 4 points. And if not for the fact that Arsenal are playing Tottenham next week, we could have been in really big trouble. Do you know what I mean?
But Daniel, if it's the narrative, innit? You're in bad form, coming up to the FA Cup final. Like I've read the script so many times, innit? Is what it is.
Look,
you could win.
I'm even going to the final. I'm gonna have a good day out. But I personally, I'm normally confident, and I've been confident for a long time. But I just don't think we're in the right tune or headspace to beat Liverpool right now. Like, you know, there could be the thing where we're not in form, we could go and win, but you still need to be in the right rhythm to go about things. The last final we faced Liverpool, we were in good rhythm, like it was good enough rhythm to go into that final. I just don't see that. I don't know who our best players are right now, and obviously I was going to come on to bring back the nickname and whatnot, but because we drew, it just doesn't have the same feeling, man. You know what I mean?
No, just say it. Just say it.
Shout out Lukaku though, man.
Okay.
What, small game Romelu?
Now, small wins.
Yeah, small wins, man. We've been starving. I haven't been able to say the nickname since we've been like what, November? So like we've been starving, man. We've been
a long
starving.
time, man. That's a long time.
But yeah, it's all good, man. It's all good.
Yeah, look, I think the FA Cup final is such an interesting one because I'm getting the same feeling that I did before 2017 and 2018. Both of those involved Chelsea as well. Before Liverpool, before Arsenal, Chelsea, no one gave Arsenal a chance. Before Man United, Chelsea a year later, nobody gave Chelsea a chance. And I feel like too many people are writing Chelsea off for that game. When you went into the League Cup final, it was an even sort of split, maybe a 60-40 in Liverpool's favour. I've got a real issue when people are like, no, it's done, it's over, this is happening. It's a bit like this game today. I didn't think Liverpool were going to win. But the way people made it sound like not only would Liverpool win, but it was going to be easy. That's when I sort of sit there. The only easy game in football right now is playing Manchester United.
No,
like, legitimately.
We drew 1-1 with you.
That's
So
just,
You beat us twice, Terry. You've beat us twice.
Yeah, but listen, but we're rubbish, bro. We're rubbish. Like playing us easy.
Why are you guys being so nice? We all know their shit. Like, your club's so great, guys. What's going on?
I like it. I haven't threatened these guys. I haven't paid these guys nothing. It's one of them ones. But listen, no, I'm intrigued. Next Saturday is going to be an amazing day. We're in the studio for that. It's going to be fun. We've got a big special 12th man. It should be 2 fans from each club going head to head in the studio. So yeah, it's going to be really, really good. We're buzzing about that. Backstage as well right now. We've got a City fan. Patrick's here. What are you saying, Patrick?
How you doing, man?
Patrick.
Paddy.
What are you saying, Patrick?
Man, you have no idea. So I went to a wedding, right? And
no excuse.
after I went to the wedding, then we went to a pub, and that pub had the Liverpool flag on the wall. And I was like, yeah, I'm in one of those pubs. They were cheering when United was losing. They were cheering and clapping hands, saying, come on, hugging each other. So I was like, why are they so happy for that? Like, the United is no longer something you have to be happy about. Then it went to the Liverpool game. Then I was like, should I do it or I shouldn't? If Spurs score, I did it. I didn't care. I had few shots, stood up and went, yeah. And they were all like, sit down. I was like, I don't care. I went, yeah. You know what? The funny thing about this is you are right. I was just listening to you. There's this arrogance which people are having. Not only Liverpool fans, sometimes even City fans. The same way with Madrid game. There's this arrogance as if that these two teams are too good, so whoever comes against us, it's just going to be easy takings. Somehow, I actually thought they were going to beat Spurs, but I was like, Spurs is not easy. Just don't look at Spurs as a team that's just nothing. I'm pretty sure it was Spurs who took points off Liverpool earlier this season, and the Spurs who beat City twice. So for me, I'm happy. Some Liverpool fans were being too cocky, saying we're going to push Spurs over. And I don't know if I'm missing something. There's somebody missing here. Where's Hussam? I can't see Hussam. Is he here?
I don't know where he is. He just wasn't on the list that KJ provided me with, so I'm not too sure.
Wow.
I want to ask this question. I want to make sure is Ramadan and Eid is over now, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So it's not that he's because again, I would never say anything if somebody was fasting or celebrating a religious festival, but I think that's done now. So yeah, I don't know what he's doing. But he's not here.
Okay, Alan. Anyway, Alan. Before I go, Alan, congrats to you. You've disappointed both teams this season. Hussam, I'll be looking for you, Hussam. I know you're listening somewhere in the background. I hope you have your cigar with you, Hussam, so you can smoke this this loss.
That's what I call him, Lussam hiding. Lussam hiding.
Way people are congratulating us though. It's a bit funny. Like we didn't win, so it's a bit weird when they're congratulating us. It's like,
hey, Patrick, that's the best you're gonna get, man. You lot aren't. Like,
I remember Nottingham Forest versus Newcastle in the mid-90s, and Newcastle scored an equalizer to draw. Forest scored a really good goal, an equalizer. I always thought it was weird because Shaka Hislop dived with the wrong arm for the ball. It was very strange, and they drew, and it took 2 points off of them. And I met a Nottingham Forest fan randomly at a wedding. I was like, "Oh, thank you so much for taking points with Newcastle." He looked at me like I was only about fucking 7 or 8. He looked at me like I was like, "What fucking weirdo?" He's like, "Wait, what?" And I was like, "Thank you so much," like he was fucking playing. Do you know what I mean? And then he's like, "You're getting away from my dad's like, yeah, don't chat to him. He's a weirdo." I was like, I don't know what he meant by weirdo, but
oh man,
there we go. Listen, Patrick, Ram, Daniel, Colleen, Alan. I know that Ben and of course Zane and many other callers were on earlier on the show. Thank you very much to all my super chatters. Thank you very, very much indeed. Someone said, "Terry, you missed my super chat earlier." Did I? I don't remember missing any super chats. I don't remember missing a super chat from you. I thought I put it up. I'm gonna have a little scroll back now, but if I did, I'll try. Hang on a sec. Hang on a minute. Oh, sorry. If Liverpool win just a Carabao Cup and Chelsea the FA Cup, who has had the better season?
Liverpool.
I was just about to say that because even though the quadruple's on, that is something I forgot. Literally.
Not on.
It's possible that. Oh yeah. But it's possible though after everything that we both finish in the top 4 and both have a domestic trophy. Even though I'm not confident. What happens then? Because I personally think, even if we win the FA Cup, we've had a very disappointing season for our family.
The more you manifest it, the more likely it's going to happen. We move. It's not going to happen. Trust me.
I think about it this way. I think in terms of individual season, Chelsea would be better if it was just Carabao Cup versus FA Cup. In terms of where you sit in the pyramid, that they're ahead of you, so they should still be happier. You know, it's one of those kind of things. That's my view anyway. But there we go. Listen, everyone.
Let's not also play down where they were meant to be as well. Chelsea were meant to be challenging for the title, so that's
true.
That as well.
Yeah. No doubt.
Or Manchester United, but you see what I mean.
Thank you all for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Take care of yourselves. Goodbye.